This is the Thypok Chimera C 35mm, and in this video I want to share my experience with it and why I, as a filmmaker, enjoy using it so much. Also, a quick disclaimer, this video is not sponsored by Thypok. They're not paying me to say anything. Yes, I got a discount when I bought the lens, but other than that, I'm just sharing my honest opinion about the lens. Alright, so a few weeks back when I received the lens, of course the first thing I wanted to do was to do some test footage. Unfortunately, here in Finland the weather is not the best. But luckily I had a holiday trip planned in December to Spain, so it was a perfect opportunity for me to test out the lens there. Next up, I'm gonna walk you through everything that we filmed in Spain, show you some behind the scenes stuff and the actual footage that I filmed with this lens, and also explain a bit better why I enjoy using this lens so much. So the funny thing is that my initial thought was to take with me all my lenses, so I have a lot of different focal lengths to choose from. But there was a slight problem, my baggage was already overweight. So I ended up with just taking this 35mm with me. And that challenged me to be a bit more creative with my composition, because I only had one focal length. Of course, there were situations where I would have liked a wider lens, but I'm really surprised how far you can get with just a 35mm. I also think it was a good exercise to just have one focal length with me, because that made me more thoughtful with my compositions that I made. One thing that also scared me was manual focusing, because I haven't done it that much before. The fact that the lens only has manual focus turned out to be a good thing, because after a while I got used to manual focusing and I actually enjoyed doing it. It actually felt really good to be in control of the focus, knowing exactly where it was, instead of just relying on autofocus. Manual focusing can of course be a bit tricky if you're using just a small camera monitor, so I highly recommend getting a bigger external monitor because it will help you with manual focusing. The first location we filmed at was Ronda, which is a town on top of a mountain which looks really cool. We walked around for a couple of hours, got some shots here and there, and the views were amazing. It was a bit cloudy day, but at some point the sun peeked through the clouds, so we got some pretty cool shots. If you're wondering why I've suddenly changed clothes, it's because I had to record this video in 2 separate days. Anyways, I'm super satisfied with the image that the lens produces. It's a very clean look and I especially like how the bokeh looks. The next location we went to was El Torcal. It's a mountain with these really cool rock formations. The sun was pretty high up when we filmed, so it was harsh lighting, but the footage still turned out good in my opinion. I feel like the lens handles all lighting conditions really well, and I also like the flare, it's not too distracting. The build quality of the lens feels also really good, it feels sturdy, and all these rings when you turn on them feels really smooth. I'm not a lens specialist, so I don't know all the technical details of the lens, so I'll put the link in the description so you can check it out. The last location we filmed at was the beach at sunset. I wanted to get close to the waves, so I had to sacrifice my pants. They got soaking wet and full of sand. But it was 100% worth it. The size of the lens also shocked me. I can literally fit it in the palm of my hand. I'm used to these bigger lenses that are also heavier, but now when I got used to this smaller lens, these feel a bit clumsy. So it's actually pretty satisfying how small this is compared to other lenses that I have. I would say this is a perfect budget Cine Prime lens. I'm really happy with how it performs. I will definitely get the 21mm next up, so I have a wider lens. I want to give you a quick update on the studio situation. So if you've been watching my videos, you know I've been in this 11 square meter space for a couple of months, but I've been looking for a bigger space and I finally found one. 1st of March I'm moving into the new space. It's not huge, but it's bigger than this one at least. I'll put an image on the screen. I've also already picked up a coffee table for the new studio, so it goes well with the couch. Feels nice to get a bigger studio, because compared to this is not so nice to invite people over because it's so small. So the new studio, when it's a bit bigger, you can make it a bit cozier, so it's nicer to invite people over. I still can't fit the backdrop in the new studio, but I don't anyways use it that much, so it's not too big of a deal. This space has been treating me really well. It has all the basic stuff that I need, but it's time to upgrade because I want more space for all the gear that I have and just overall have more space to make it cozier for when people come and visit, and when I film my videos it's also nicer to have more space. So as I said, 1st of March I'm moving into the new studio, so you can expect a video from the process of moving from the old studio to the new one. And now let's get back to the lens. This lineup of lenses are pretty affordable as well if you compare it to other Cine lenses. You can get one lens for around 1,000 euros, depending on where you buy it from. And you can get a full set of 5 lenses just under 5,000 euros. Let me know in the comments your thoughts on the lens. Leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. You can find me on Instagram as well at Tobias Hildén. I want to thank you for watching this video and see you in the next one.